ഹായ് ഗായ്സ്, കേരള ബ്ലാസ്റ്റേഴ്സിൻ്റെ മുഖ്യ പരിശീലകൻ ഇവാൻ വുക്കോമനോവിച്ചുമായി സംസാരിക്കാൻ ഒരു അവസരം ലഭിച്ചിരുന്നു. സോ അതാണ് ഈ വീഡിയോയിൽ തുടർന്ന് നിങ്ങൾ കാണാൻ പോകുന്നത്. ഞാനും കേരള ബ്ലാസ്റ്റേഴ്സിൻ്റെ കോച്ചായിട്ടുള്ള ഇവാൻ വുക്കോമനോവിച്ചുമായിട്ടുള്ള ഒരു സംഭാഷണമാണ്. ഈ സംഭാഷണത്തിൽ ഇവാൻ കേരള ബ്ലാസ്റ്റേഴ്സിൻ്റെ ആരാധകർ എല്ലാവരും കേൾക്കാൻ കാത്തിരിക്കുന്ന ഒരു ചോദ്യവും ഉത്തരവും, അടുത്ത സീസണിലും കോച്ച് തുടരുമോ, ഇവാൻ വുക്കോമനോവിച്ച് കേരള ബ്ലാസ്റ്റേഴ്സിന്റെ ഹെഡ് കോച്ചായി തുടരുമോ, അതിന് അദ്ദേഹം തന്നെ മറുപടി പറയുന്നത് നമുക്ക് കേൾക്കാം. അതേപോലെ ഈ സീസണിൽ ഇനിയും 6 മത്സരങ്ങൾ ബാക്കിയിരിക്കെ കേരള ബ്ലാസ്റ്റേഴ്സ് ഈ സീസണിൽ നമ്മളെല്ലാവരും ആഗ്രഹിക്കുന്നത് പോലെ ISLന്റെ ലീഗ് വിന്നേഴ്സിനുള്ള ഷീൽഡ് നേടുമോ? അത്തരം ചോദ്യങ്ങൾക്ക് ഇവാൻ എന്ത് മറുപടിയാണ് പറയുന്നത് എന്ന് നമുക്ക് കാണാം. അതിന് ശേഷം, വീഡിയോയ്ക്ക് ശേഷം, നമ്മുടെ പ്രിയങ്കരനായ കോച്ചിന് വേണ്ടി എൻ്റെ ഭാഗത്തു നിന്നും ഒരു സർപ്രൈസ് സമ്മാനവും ഇതിൽ ഒളിച്ചു വെച്ചിട്ടുണ്ട്. സോ അതൊക്കെ കാണാം. ഓവർ ടു ഇവാൻ വുക്കോമനോവിച്ച്. Like I did always, I want to start with a very lighter note, very light question. So, Coach, it is very happy for me. It is an honor for me to sit with you, to chat with you in this platform, the ISL Digital, Indian Super League Digital. Very happy that to sit with you. So, Coach, so 2 Serbians are very famous in India right now. Right now in India, 2 Serbians are very famous among Indians. One is Novak Djokovic, other is Ivan Vukomanovic. So it took almost 10 years and 20 Grand Slam titles for Novak to become famous among Indians. It took only 2 months for Ivan to become famous. So kindly share with us what is the secret of becoming famous in a very quick time.
Thank you very much. Also, it's my pleasure to sit with you. Likewise, to chat with you guys, it's great experience. First of all, Novak Djokovic is one and only. He's one of the biggest stars in Serbia. Actually, my house is not far away from his restaurant in Belgrade, where I go often and I have a meal because it's really pleasant and nice to be there. One of the best, one of the greatest sportsmen in tennis history, of course. Now from my side, since I arrived and since I decided to be part of this wonderful project, I firmly believe that first of all we are all human, and first of all, despite our jobs like coaching job, players and everything, I think that the human relationships are the things that we have to create, to respect each other. My also starting point is always, if you one day, whatever, not only in sport but global in life, if you want to be respected, first of all you have to show respect. And I'm very grateful to all of people that I met here in India. I'm very grateful to everything what has happened since we arrived, since we managed to start our cooperation. And from my side, I will always be here to be correct, to cooperate, to provide my I will not say my services, but to be as a human being first of all, and then later on, I think that when we stay positive with that correct relationships, then the results later on will follow. In football, the results, they come as a final product of one process, and we just started something nice. I believe in that. I firmly believe in that we can have really nice experience. And I think that throughout this process, without correct behavior, being humble, being honest to each other, we can create something nice. So, and kind of energy and feeling that I get when I arrived in Kochi from fans, from all the people, from everybody around, I'm so grateful. I can tell that's one of the best feeling in my life so far.
Yeah, coach. Coming into an ISL question directly, coming to on the ground directly. See, we all know it is a very closely contested ISL season, which as we are witnessing right now in the history of ISL. It is a very closely contested season going on. So, my question to you is: what is in the current scenario? What is your expectation? Is it winning the ISL Shield or to qualify for the semi-final playoffs right now?
Again, the whole story. I think that this year, like you say, it's really tough, and I think that many people who are connected with ISL did not expect some teams to be on top. They did not expect some teams or players to perform at that level. And then the league just like mixed up. And we see now so many contenders that can be in top of the table. And it's so unpredictable that, like I said in previous interviews, anybody can beat anybody. Then you see, one day you see the teams that beat someone. The next day we're going to win against those teams. The next day this team we're going to. So it's so unpredictable until the end. There are now again 5-6 games that everybody has to play, and anything's possible. So that's why on a short term with this kind of league with the fixtures, you cannot just precise and decide the objective because anything's possible. So now what we have to do, try to respond, fighting game per game, preparing for every game because you need to get points. And then where it will lead you, because there are so many direct duels, nobody knows. Nobody knows, because in the last game in our loss against Jamshedpur, we saw that small details, small mistakes can make difference. Penalty in the last minute of the first half, like no reason to make that foul. But anyway, it happens. It's 1 second, and then the first minute of a second half, and then your whole game like just goes down the water. Then in these very tight games, you must be ready, concentrating, knowing that's what I'm trying to explain very often to our players, that these small details on a top level make difference. That makes difference. That just turns the game around, and then you can win or lose. So now, if anybody asked me, even before the season, seeing the previous seasons, the disappointment that was behind and around the club, we decided, guys, we have to, like, with a positive mindset, go through the ISL, try to build up a nice momentum, try to continue working hard, fighting for every point, because nobody will give us anything. We have to fight for ourselves, and trying to go towards that final goal, our objective, entering, if it's possible, top 4. And then when you are in semis and later, anything's possible, because in this league we've seen so far that everybody can win, everybody can lose. And that's why it's so nice and unpredictable. I'm sorry that the league is not on a longer term, because mostly of some players, because what we get now, that many teams, due to COVID situation, due to injuries, many teams will end up the season without maybe best players. Because take any player now who gets injured, season's done. Because you have 3-4 more weeks, you get now muscle injury, it's at least 5 weeks. You cannot play. So on that term, I'm sorry for some clubs, because some players will miss the most important games, and that's, at the end, it will not give you that fully great feeling. So now on, like, we have to continue. Like, we have, I think, less than 1 month till our last game on a regular competition. And then we'll see. 6 more games to go. We have to fight for every point, trying to be there, of course. Everybody wants to be there. If you have chance to participate, be in top 4, of course, you want to be there. We want to be there, of course. But now on, it depends during the next period how we will explore those moments, how we will achieve points, if it's possible. So, but we will work hard for it, that's for sure. We want to be there.
Coach, adding to the point which you mentioned right now, injury. One of your main first 11 players, Ormipam, I just received the confirmation from the hospital that he had a nasal injury today morning, and he might be out of the season. Then again, you have to think about, because you are allotted to use only 4 foreigners. So if you are using two of the center backs, whom you will play up front? So big questions.
Yeah, because just look at the fact that we are missing one of our biggest potential, Raul KP. We are missing him from 19th November, first game against ATK. He got injured in a 30-something minute, and he's still out because of his unpleasant injury. So now Hormi, as a young, promising player, our goal was also this year giving him time and space, trying to build him up, develop as a valuable player of ISL, Kerala Blasters, hopefully future national team if it's possible. You know, he was in a surgery. He broke his nose, so probably tomorrow or the day after tomorrow he'll be back in the hotel with us. I'm very sorry for him because we wanted him to play till the end of the season, also a couple of games. Last game we wanted to refresh a little bit certain players because we now have in the next period many games. You know, and then in the football, things like that, they just happen. So for him, it will be also experience for the future. Hopefully he will be able to play some games till the end because he's a great, promising player. So then whoever is not on the pitch, whoever is not available, will have to use other players because that's why we have a squad of 20-something players.
Correct. And coach, one more question. This answer, all the Kerala Blasters fans, I am 100% sure the fans watching this show live would like to hear this answer from your mouth itself. Sir, coach, over the years in past seasons, Kerala Blasters is a tendency to change coach after every season. So question is very direct. Will you continue with Kerala Blasters and do you expect another term in Kochi?
Yes, of course. I expect to continue. I also mentioned in the previous interview, we had already very good conversations. And we have both sides. We have a great motivation to continue together. The only thing now this year, I'm sorry that maybe with some great games that we played so far this season, that because we didn't play them in front of our crowd. That would be awesome. That would be like, and that's the thing that I would like to experience. That's the thing that hopefully next year without the bubble, because you know all this bubble thing, it works weird on everybody. You know, it gives you weird feeling when you play games here in Goa, you know, without fans. It's not, you don't have the great, that's not it. So what I would like to express,
and coach, please excuse me, coach, and you will get more white shirts cheaply in Kochi.
The first thing I arrive in Kochi, I go to buy some shirts around wherever it is, in Lulu shopping mall, wherever I go. No, really. Well, I think that both sides, we would like to continue. I think we agree that let's just go throughout this season. Let's just finish the job. And I think later on, because we both have this motivation, that we will sit down and probably find an agreement, because we, now both sides, we know that if you want to achieve something good in football, you must work with consistency. You must work on a longer term with the same group, maybe with some changings, you know, trying to improve even more and going on a higher level. And that's what we agreed to build up with Kerala Blasters. And I think that there will be no problem to extend later, to continue later, because so far we have correct relationship, we have correct communication. And so far I'm glad that we work good with the players, that everybody's happy. So we just have to continue. That's all.
Just one word answer, a quick fire question. Coach, keeping out KBFC, which team has the chance to win this year's ISL?
There are like 6 of them.
So it won't be a one-word answer, Shaju Chetan. I can tell you that.
No,
it won't be a one-word
there are many of them. We have to be honest. If we just mentioned like consistency, working with consistency, Hyderabad is one of the teams who is working with consistency now, second year in a row. So when you continue working with certain approach and vision, the results, they come at the end. You know, this is always have been like that in football. It will always be like that. So that's why you need that in the football. But there are many of teams who are now contenders, who can participate in the playoffs in the final.
Coach, whatever is the answer regarding the white shirt, I am here one for you. To be very sincere, this is for you. to wear for the first leg of the first semi-final ISL 2021-22.
He is
This
ready.
is for you.
I will wear it.
Well, with
Classic.
Shaiji Chetan, you have to confirm you will send it over to Ivan if they reach the. If this
100% it will reach Goa. 100% it will reach Goa.
Very nice.
We will make a video me preparing with that shirt as a proof.
സോ ഇതാണ് ഞാൻ നേരത്തെ സൂചിപ്പിച്ച സർപ്രൈസ്, ഈ വൈറ്റ് ഷർട്ട്. നമുക്കറിയാം നമ്മുടെ പ്രിയങ്കരനായ ഇവാൻ വുക്കോമനോവിച്ച് കോച്ചിന്റെ മാച്ച് ഡേ ഹാബിറ്റ്സിനെ കുറിച്ച് നമുക്ക് എല്ലാവർക്കും അറിയാം. വെളുത്ത ഷർട്ടാണ് അദ്ദേഹം ധരിക്കുക. സോ കേരള ബ്ലാസ്റ്റേഴ്സ് FC ഈ സീസണിലെ ISL-ൽ ആദ്യ പ്ലേ ഓഫിലെ ഫസ്റ്റ് സെമിയിലെ ആ ഫസ്റ്റ് ലെഗ് മത്സരത്തിന് വേണ്ടി കേരള ബ്ലാസ്റ്റേഴ്സ് ക്വാളിഫൈ ചെയ്താൽ ഈ ഷർട്ട് ധരിച്ചായിരിക്കും ഇവാൻ അന്ന് മൈതാനത്തേക്ക് വരിക. ഇത് കേരള ബ്ലാസ്റ്റേഴ്സിന്റെ ലോകമെമ്പാടുമുള്ള കേരള ബ്ലാസ്റ്റേഴ്സ് ആരാധകരുടെ ഒരു സമ്മാനമായിട്ടാണ് ഇത് അദ്ദേഹത്തിന് പോവുക. എൻ്റെ വ്യക്തിപരമായ ഒരു സമ്മാനമായിരിക്കില്ല, നമ്മുടെ എല്ലാവരുടെയും ഒരു റെപ്രസെൻറ്റേറ്റീവ് എന്ന നിലയിലാണ് ഈ സമ്മാനം അദ്ദേഹത്തിന് അയക്കുക. ഇത് ധരിച്ചായിരിക്കും അദ്ദേഹം ഫസ്റ്റ് ലെഗ് സെമിയുടെ ഫസ്റ്റ് ലെഗിന് വരിക. ഇത് എൻ്റെ വാക്കാണ്, കേരള ബ്ലാസ്റ്റേഴ്സിന്റെ ആരാധകരോടുള്ള എൻ്റെ വാക്കാണ്. സോ നമുക്ക് കാത്തിരിക്കാം ഇനി ആ സുന്ദര നിമിഷങ്ങൾക്കായി.